Welcome back to In the Spotlight. I have a wonderful guest with me today, the president of the Hellenic Initiative, which is a global Greek American organization which unites the diaspora to assist Greece in any crisis or anything that Greece needs. We want to invest back into the homeland. And Tina is the new president. We just said goodbye to Peter Poulos, which I know many of you love and adore, as we all do. And welcome Tina, the new face and a very dynamic a woman in a powerhouse position.
Thank you so much, Yanna, and thank you for your support of THI over the years. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
I'm very happy because THI has reached over a decade, if I'm not mistaken, of wonderful service to not only Greece, but also the diaspora, because it has managed to really bridge and bring together the Greek diaspora from around the world. And so I'm very happy that I've been able to see this and be part of it by joining you guys every year in your wonderful events. And you have reached a lot of great milestones. Let's talk a little bit about the inception of THI and where it is today.
Okay, the Hellenic Initiative was founded, as you said, in 2012, really in response to the Greek economic crisis. So our founders, including members of our current board, George Stamus, Andrew Liveris, Muhtar Kent, George David, John Koudounis, real leaders among the diaspora, united together with a vision that the global diaspora would come together to invest in Greece's future. And our mission was established then, and it's still our mission, and that is to unite the diaspora globally to invest in Greece, both in crisis relief, which since our founding 10 years ago has been 40% of the dollars we've sent to Greece, and 60% in economic development, the rebuilding of the Greek economy. And this means job creation, support of entrepreneurs, mentoring, etc. I would say that among the milestones are really some of the things you mentioned. We have truly created a global diaspora community for the first time. We have board members in Australia, the UK, Canada, all over the United States, in Greece and in Cyprus. And we really have members of our community everywhere. We, in a recent fundraising campaign we did this past summer, we raised money from 47 countries. This is not only Greeks of the diaspora, but also the Philippine community. So we think it's important and a milestone that this community exists. We have also done so in the form of our online community. We have about 24,000 followers on Facebook, over 18,000 on Instagram, and it's really a remarkable accomplishment of my predecessors on this board that we've created that community. I would also say that our mission is very simple and yet profound, and that is really to raise money from the diaspora specifically for Greece. All of our money since inception has been invested in Greece, and all of our programs are in Greece to help Greece and its people today. So in doing so, I feel that THI has really become a bridge from the diaspora to Greece today. I mean, we love the organizations in our community and we partner with them sort of all the time. The church, the Leadership 100, AHEPA, the many, many wonderful organizations in our community. The THI is a little bit in its own lane in that it's focused on Greece today. A lot of the diaspora want to give back, but they can't figure out how to do so. They don't know how to access the organizations or the causes they want. And I think it's been an accomplishment for THI that we have a due diligence framework and a vetting process, half of our teams in Greece. And we really feel that we've been able to establish relationships with organizations where Greeks of the diaspora can give and know their money is going to get to the causes they want it. They can trust it. We monitor it over time. And it's really, in that way, created a bridge. So that aspect of our mission and fulfilling it in the last 10 years, I think has been one of our great accomplishments.
When Hellenic Initiative began, the needs were a little different than they are today. Would you like to share some of the needs that Greece is facing today and some of the challenges that THI is facing to assist in those needs?
Sure. Well, we are very optimistic about Greece today. I would say more so than we were when the crisis began and when THI was founded. That's in part because the brain drain that's really been a plague for Greece, the exporting of human capital, we see really perhaps for the first time is slowing, if not reversing. I would say it's slowing. And that is, we see that in our programs that we do in Greece and supporting Greece. And I would also say that this government has really taken the initiative to expand private investment in Greece, make it more attractive for outside capital, make more attractive opportunities for the Greek people. So in that sense, we're probably more optimistic than we've ever been. On the challenges side, Greece has a ways to go. It still faces challenges. I mean, I think on the crisis relief side, what has been very eye-opening to me is that, as a nonprofit in the United States, we face challenges, but we take for granted many things that our nonprofit partners in Greece can't take for granted. You receive no tax deduction for contributing to a Greek nonprofit, the donor. The Greek nonprofits themselves are not tax-exempt entities. They face many regulatory challenges and just administrative hassles to get their work done. And this is something that we take for granted in the United States. So I think that they still deal with that. The other thing that's interesting is that the nonprofit social fabric is not built out as it is in the United States. The gap between what government covers and the private sector covers in America is filled by the nonprofit sector. If you think about the social services and the support that the nonprofit sector gives through private donations, it's significant. In Greece, that's fledgling. It's getting there, and the government is trying to do many things to support it, to their credit, but there are enormous gaps. I mean, we love Greece, and we think of Greece as diaspora, as this beautiful, pristine country, which it is without social problems, but it's a country with social problems. And addressing those problems is more challenging for the Greek nonprofit infrastructure than it is in the United States.
The needs were different, and you were supporting different initiatives. Tell us about how those initiatives have shifted and what your focus is on today. In other words, where the focus of the help is going.
Well, we have certain signature programs that we have been with from the beginning and some that are brand new. Our mission, however, is the same. It's crisis relief and economic development. So I think some of the things that have occurred are interesting. One of our major programs is a company called Regeneration, a nonprofit called Regeneration, which is the largest human resources firm in Greece. So with the backing of the Hellenic Initiative, the Stavros Niarchos Foundation, and Coca-Cola, Regeneration came into existence in 2014, 2015. Since that time, it has placed 2,600 interns with over 600 hiring partners in Greece. So a company like a Microsoft is coming to Regeneration seeking Greek talent. These are Greek kids, college educated, under 29 years old, and the corporations are seeking to hire them. The kids are coming to Regeneration seeking a on-ramp into an interesting and promising career. Regeneration matches the two. They commit to a 6-month internship, which is paid, and in 92% of cases since Regeneration has started, the 6-month internship has resulted in a permanent job. So where we stand right now with Regeneration is so interesting to us because kids that were placed in 2014 are now becoming mid-level executives in the corporations where their careers began. And there's not the same job mobility in Greece that we experience in the United States. So for many of those people, they're still in those companies. And now we have this network of Regeneration alums who were placed in their careers by virtue of this program, and now we're mentoring other kids. So I think this is an example of how being in the ecosystem for a long period of time really enables you to start to see the fruits of your labor and see those companies start to give back. So that is one thing that has changed. I would say other things that have changed are that THI is becoming, we've always been focused in the economic development sector, but right now there's an explosion in Greece of this startup community. And I think that a lot of our efforts like Venture Garden and the Connect the Dots program, where diaspora Greeks are mentoring Greek startups, have really taken off and had legs, because there's a lot more opportunity, it feels like, to us in Greece now for those startups to take hold. And we're putting much of our volunteering efforts among our diaspora community and our dollars to backing those companies.
So these are some of the new initiatives that are on the forefront for THI, which are very exciting. And I know a lot of the Greeks are very excited about THI because they feel it does bring some sense of hope. And I know that because I speak to many of them that tell me, and it's so wonderful that it's really bringing everyone together. Share some of the new initiatives that are taking place right now with THI.
Sure. One of our initiatives that really embodies what we were just talking about, we started actually in 2020, and this is our Venture Impact Awards. This was started with a very generous grant from the Kondos Zervakis family and from the Helidoni Foundation and the Hellenic Initiative. And we set up a competitive, basically Venture Impact Award, in which companies, we got over 120 applications our first year, and we have given out in total $585,000 to startup Greek companies with a proven business model and a specific use for those funds, which basically half of them are for-profit corporations which are trying to get a start, and half of them are nonprofits with a social impact. This has been an incredibly successful program for us, as evidenced by the numbers of applications keep increasing and the success of some of the companies that pretty much have come through our ranks. One company that comes to mind is Apiceuticals, which is two brothers, the Roumeliotis brothers, Nick and Bill, who are based in Acadia, second generation bee farmers who not only produce honey in their corporation, but have developed technology which extracts the antioxidant materials created in a beehive and uses those for clean beauty products. So we first encountered Apiceuticals at our venture fair several years ago, and then they received a Venture Impact Award in 2021. Now Apiceuticals is helping us in our crisis relief efforts to restore some of the beehives that were burned in the wildfires of 2021. So the Venture Impact Award is significant. It's been a significant leg up for the companies that have received our awards, and it's enabled them to pay it forward. The Hellenic Initiative is launching a new program, which you'll hear about, which is called Plant a Tree in Greece. So
that's wonderful. Wonderful.
We are thrilled about this program. We raised $600,000 in an online campaign last summer in the crisis that was created by the Greek wildfires, where hundreds of thousands of acres were burned in Greece, as we all know. And the $600,000 we raised formed the basis of a tree plant. We deployed those funds in several ways for crisis relief. And one of those was to reforest the land and replenish the livelihoods of bee farmers, olive farmers, lemon farmers, whose entire livelihood was wiped out in the fires. Because this became so inspirational for many of our donors and for the THI family, we're launching, it gave birth to a new initiative, which is Plant a Tree in Greece. So this is, people have probably heard Plant a Tree in Israel and how successful that is in linking the Jewish diaspora to their homeland. This is our opportunity to do that. So for $25 a tree.
Very much needed.
This is so important for us because it not only fulfills our mission, but it is very inclusive. Anyone can plant a tree for $25. A child, a yaya, a person who wants to reforest their village and buy 2,000 trees. And it not only directly contributes to the crisis relief, but it directly empowers the Greek people to have the tools to restore their own livelihoods. And so for us, it's very exciting. And we think people are going to be very excited about it. And it's going to be something that lasts for a very long time, for the long term.
I'm very excited about it, and I wish we could do that for the rest of the world as well, because it is a very big problem that we're facing in our environment today. Yes, and Greece does need the help, and it's very exciting. Come on, all you people, get online and plant a tree. We need to plant a tree to save the beautiful environment of Greece. Tina Kourpas, you are a powerhouse. I mean, you have a great background. I would like you to tell me a little bit about yourself and your background and how you came into this role.
Thank you, Yanna. I have George Stamus to thank for bringing me into this role. I'm from Baltimore originally. My parents are both Greeks of Alexandria, Egypt, who emigrated in 1959 and 1960. They're both doctors to finish their training here in the States. So we were born in Baltimore and raised there, very tied to our Greek community. My priest, when I was a teenager, was Father Mark Airy, who was a prior executive director of the Hellenic Initiative and a very good friend of our family. So
wonderful. Mark was really wonderful.
Amazing person and member of our community, and I feel as though many things brought me to the Hellenic Initiative. So George asked me to, or invited me to become the director of the Corporate Partners Program in the year 2000, and I did that for 2 years. And then when our very beloved and very accomplished Peter Poulos decided to do other things, he will be back with THI in an international ambassador role. The board asked me to assume this role, and it is absolutely a thrill, and for which I'm so grateful. And I feel that my background, I'm a corporate lawyer and an investment banker, and I feel the opportunity to function at a professional level at THI, where THI functions with the staff and this board, and do that every day for something we all care so deeply about, which is our Hellenismo, our country. It's just, it's an absolute dream. So I'm very, very grateful.
Well, the Greek Americans in New York welcome you with open arms, and we're very excited that you came on board, and looking forward to all the wonderful things that you are gearing up for and launching. THI has, met a lot of people and has experienced a lot of things in Greece. Is there a particular story that touches your heart that you would like to share with us?
I mean, there are so many, because we have the diaspora has really had an impact in Greece. It's really the diaspora and our donors and our board and our supporters that have made all of this possible. I think for me, I'm the mother of 4 children, so THI supported in 2015, the summer when there were over 1 million Syrian refugees coming into Greece. We supported an organization called Metadrasi. And because of the generosity of the diaspora community, the refugee camp in Mytilene was able to create a separate area and a separate center, really, for unaccompanied minors fleeing from the Syrian refugee crisis by way of Greece to Europe. And the fact that those children could have a place that was safe, and there were educators present, and there were doctors present, and psychologists present, and caregivers present, to me was a very tangible example of how the diaspora answered the call and really made a difference and changed people's lives. On the economic development side, I think as an American, the fact that we have so much opportunity here, and that it can be very limited at times for young people in Greece, and that regeneration has changed so many lives in that respect, to me is incredibly inspiring. We have a kid that we were talking about as a staff, who always had a dream to be in the human resources department of a major corporation. And he lived in Ioannina in the northern part of Greece, was educated, but had no access to opportunities of that type, and was working in odd jobs to make ends meet. And he saw an advertisement for regeneration online, applied, attended the Regeneration Human Resources Training Academy. Regeneration has silos of training for different disciplines that people are interested in, attended, and got a job in a multinational corporation in the human resources department, and now, has realized something that would otherwise not be possible. So for us in the United States, for whom opportunity is and freedom and upward mobility is really a possibility all the time, an opportunity to create those programs for Greece is just incredibly inspiring.
We have viewers from Greece, and we also have viewers from the United States, the Greek diaspora, and we do have some Philippines. What message would you like to give to the Greeks from Greece watching you today that are looking up to THI as a beacon of hope?
The first I would say is that we're incredibly inspired by you and everything you're doing in Greece. To the Greeks that are in Greece now, I mean, the level of ambition and motivation and intelligence and insight, the quality of the Greeks that I see are people is amazing. And so this is very much a collaboration, first and foremost. This is very much a collaboration. And the second is that the Hellenic Initiative, we're here to stay. We're growing. We are growing our base of our family of the diaspora and Philhellenes. We are scaling. With those support, we can do more in Greece, and we plan to do more in Greece. So we have been here for 10 years, and we plan many great things in the next 10 and beyond.
Now let's talk to the Greek diaspora. What can we all do to support?
Join the THI family. I think that our base is, as I said, we have 30,000 Greeks in our database, and we have many, many donors. But to the extent that there are, between 1.5 and 2 million Greeks of the diaspora in the United States, we have a long way to go. So join the THI family. And I think the best way to do that is to sign up for our newsletter, where you can find out everything we're doing. Become engaged in our programs, our new leaders program, which is kids, I say kids, they're 25 to 45-year-olds who are the fastest growing part of the Hellenic Initiative. And we have chapters all over the United States, and actually in London now, and starting up in Greece. Join the new leaders program. This is not only an opportunity to network, to expand professionally and educationally with similarly situated Greeks of the diaspora, but it's an incredible family and community to be part of, all while supporting the programs of the Hellenic Initiative. So join the new leaders. We have programs, including the Connect the Dots program, where we mentor Greek startups. So if you have a professional expertise, you can directly use it to help Greeks in Greece. We are starting, as I said, our Plant a Tree program, and we have plantings on May 14th and July 12th in Athens. If your travel plans coincide with that, please join us. Plant a Tree is an opportunity for us to really do community service in a very tangible way as diaspora when we're there in the summer, et cetera. And engage in ways that are interesting to you. Give to the Hellenic Initiative for the programs that we do that are interesting to you, and certainly attend our events. Come and be part of our family, because it's not only inspiring and has an incredibly important purpose, but it's a whole new way to connect with our own Hellenismo and be part of that Hellenismo looking forward into the future.
Well, that's wonderful, and it is important for all of the viewers to know that THI does not only have these wonderful events, that there's a lot of great stuff going on all day long with THI, and you're doing a lot of wonderful things through your initiatives. I would love the viewers to know that THI is just not about events in different parts of the world, that THI is so much bigger than this. Right, Tina?
Yes. THI is really about uniting the Greek diaspora for a common cause, and it's about the work we do in Greece. It's about doing good and moving the needle and supporting the homeland. And that's really, we do hold our events, but that's what we do every day.
Tina Kourpas, welcome again as the new president of the Hellenic Initiative. We are all excited about seeing all the great new things that THI is doing and continuing your wonderful initiatives. To all our viewers out there, get involved and support THI, which is uniting the diaspora and helping Greece.
Thank you, Yanna. I really appreciate being here today, and please join the THI family.